Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the month. This is the mid-monthly April 2021 reading. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to take a look at any messages from your future self. In your next row, we're going to look at any messages, any blind spots or blockages or anything unexpected that you could be dealing with. And in your last row, we're going to take a look at any messages from your guides. I love that card. You have the Imagine card here at the end for any messages from your guides, and it's just a really good card. It's a card that says if you can dream it, you can have it. So definitely off to a good start here, Leo. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising as well for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time, Leo. Leo, let's see here. Leo, what is going on for you? In your current general energies here, you have this replacing what was lost card. It says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance on the horizon. Can't beat that. So definitely a lot. That's not going to focus. There you go, Leo. Look at that. So definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you here. You do have some, it's kind of interesting because you have some challenging readings, some challenging cards here, Leo. I have a sneaking suspicion that as we clarify, things are just going to improve in this reading. It looks like one of those readings to me, like you're coming out of this right here. Let's just jump right into it. You have the Moon, the Justice card, and the Ace of Wands. The Moon is you having gone through a moon period. I would call this a you reading. Leo, I would call this a sun sign reading. I would call this a sun card reading because to me, I have a sneaking suspicion that this reading is really saying that you're kind of like moving towards the sun. I feel like you're moving towards enlightenment, happiness, abundance, just like a lot of good things. So it's like you're moving towards, a lot more happiness in your life. Again, you have the Moon, the Justice card, and the Ace of Wands here. There is karmic justice coming in for you, and this karmic justice is going to lead to a new beginning in your life here, Leo. Something where there's a lot more passion. I feel like you feel more fired up here as well. I feel like you feel more kind of like energized as we move through the month. I would say as we move towards your birthday, like as we get closer into Leo season, and then as we move towards August, right? That time frame, kind of like towards the end of Leo. I feel like this is an energy that's building. I feel like going like this, which I never do, by the way, but I feel like going like this. So it's like I think it's like a wave is building behind you, right? It's like this wave is building behind you, and I feel like it's going to push you very far. And that's like what you are. I wouldn't really even say you're working towards this, because I feel like you already have put in the work. But look at this setup, Leo. Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands, with the Five of Wands to the Six of Swords. Now, this is very significant improvements coming in for you. I feel like the Five of Wands is just yourself, your brain, telling you not to do things. The Five of Wands is your brain, creating stories in your head. Those are all the things that are popping into my brain right now, my head. Is like, no, don't create stories in your head. Do not, this is like coming up with a really good idea that could lead to a lot of progress. Brain says, yeah, but what happens if, my aunt falls down the stairs and breaks a hip? Then what? It's like, I'm a Pisces. I do this all the time, right? I come up with an idea, and then I'm always like, yeah, but what happens if my neighbor's dog starts barking at 3 o'clock in the morning? Then I won't be able to sleep. And it's like this just crazy stories that I tell myself in my head, right? The Five of Wands, I feel, is saying, don't do that. Right? Don't create those stories. That will lead, because you're going to be preventing progress. But there's like a lot of progress here, Leo. I definitely like where this is going. Let's clarify this first row and see where things are going. King of Cups definitely could be a Pisces coming in for you, by the way. You've been getting Pisces quite a bit in your readings here. It could just be a general water sign or a Libra. Could be like a Libra with Pisces in their chart, Pisces with Libra in their chart here. Ace of Swords, major victory coming in for you. What did I say? Six of Pentacles here as well, working towards something. Like I said, as we clarify, I feel like the reading will get significantly better. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. King of Cups is really asking you to watch your emotions. So is this Five of Wands, I feel, because you could be telling yourself emotional stories. You could be telling yourself, I feel like it's kind of this Five of Wands, which I'm really, really focused on, if I'm being honest with you. I can't get my focus off of it. I feel like this Five of Wands is significant in your reading, and I feel like it's saying, do not create these stories in your head, but also watch your emotions. King of Cups is sitting in choppy waters on this card here, Leo, if I can get it to focus, but he doesn't really care that he's in choppy waters, right? He is perfectly in emotional control. The Ace of Swords is truth and a victory coming in for you here, and the Knight of Pentacles is kind of like one foot in front of the other. Knight of Pentacles does not really care what's going on in his life. He works from point A to point B. He sets a goal and he just moves towards it and doesn't get off his path. That's what this reading is asking you to do. I feel like this reading is asking you to become a immovable force, right? I feel like this reading is saying that you're going to become like a bull, like a Taurus, I feel like it's just saying, just keep pushing forward towards whatever you're creating or towards whatever you're manifesting. It's kind of funny because this is a little bit similar to the Aries reading. Aries had, I can't remember what the card was that they had right here, but it was like one of the star cards or whatever. Oh no, they had the starfish card right here, and it's kind of funny that you also have that starfish. And I was getting a similar energy to them. I'm getting a lot in this first row, if you can't tell. For some of you, I do feel this is a truth that's being exposed here as well. I would be very careful if someone is coming in offering closure, offering the truth. Justice card, Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Devil, Nine of Swords, hell no. Here, Leo. And number one, if someone is coming in saying, I'm not a liar anymore, they're still a liar. You can bet your bottom dollar that this person is still a liar, right? Especially with this. I would just be very careful of anybody sneaky, any liars, anybody who doesn't tell the truth, out in love, outside of love, pretty much anything like that, because don't trust it at all here with any of this going on. Still toxic, still a problem. I feel like there's someone new coming in for you in love. This person's like a soulmate, could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. Someone who wants to put in the work, someone who they don't wear masks is what I'm getting. And I mean this literally, like this person, it's like they just are who they are. I feel like there's they don't do anything extra. I mean, this could go to the extreme. This person might literally not wear makeup. And again, I'm not saying there's something wrong with wearing makeup. I'm just saying that this could be a clue. Like if you date women, for example, who wear makeup, this person might not wear makeup. If you date, like as far as a man is concerned, I feel like this is just, or anybody, again, not attaching gender to this here, Leo. I feel like whatever you date doesn't matter, right? But whatever it is, whoever this person is, it's like they're very just direct, straightforward. There's they don't do anything to cover anything up. I guess that's like the best way I could put this. And again, it's going to be different for all of you, but I feel like that's something that you will notice. They're just like very direct, straightforward. So very interesting. Next, for any messages from your future self, you have the Dragonfly Spirit. It says truth transcends illusion. More truth coming in for you here. So it's like you're seeing through the veil is what I'm feeling here, Leo. It's like, you are able to spot lies very quickly. It's like part of you wants to buy the fantasy here, with the Dragonfly Spirit. The Dragonfly, it's like if you've ever looked through a dragonfly's wings, it's almost like they're kind of like, it's like looking through kind of like a rainbow, it has like that sheen to it. And it kind of represents the fact that you could be looking at something with like rose-colored glasses, right? You could be trying to do that. I actually feel like you're not, though. I feel like you are seeing things very clearly, is what I would say here, Leo. You have the Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. And I feel like you want nothing but the truth here in this row. So for those of you dealing with a heartbreak, it's like you are wanting the truth from a person, someone who left you out in the cold. I feel like you're being very direct, straightforward with this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a conclusion, so you could be telling someone that it's over as well. Here, especially if they were like a liar, cheater, stealer. For others, I do get something about healing here. Again, I am not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice here, Leo, but I literally feel like I was talking about over here with this wave type energy that I was getting. I feel like some of you could be kind of going through a healing as well with this energy. Let's clarify this row. And let's see what your future self wants you to know here. Five of Pentacles. Like I said, once a cheater, always a cheater. All those sayings are popping into my head here, Leo. I'm not saying people can't change, but I feel a specific person from the past that you've dealt with. I just feel like a leopard never changes its spots, right? You have the Death card. Yeah, you're definitely bringing something to an end here. And Page of Swords. You know that something is the right thing to do here, Leo. is what I'm getting. You know that cutting someone out of your life who is a liar, cheater, stealer, you know that this is the right thing to do. So I would just do it. For others, I feel that you are kind of willing to go on an adventure to look for something new. So it's like you're willing to get out there and look for new love if you are looking for love. For sure, Leo. Very interesting. I feel like for some of you, you've discovered something. It's like you found something out about a person from the past with that Page of Swords. Maybe you did some detective work, and it's like it's been exposed to you how tricky and sneaky someone was. And so now you know what to protect yourself from here, Leo. Interesting reading. Next, in the area of any blind spots or anything unexpected, you have the pleasure card here. Leo, I feel that this card is saying you need to take time for yourself. That can definitely be a blind spot. If you're not taking time to enjoy yourself, if you're just working all the time, even the Five of Wands can represent working too hard, working too much. It can say there's competition and you're doing a lot of work, but it can say you're not taking enough time to enjoy yourself. You're not taking enough time to have pleasure, to have the nicer things in life. I always tell people, it's like I was stuck for like many, many years in my own life, and it wasn't until I like actually stopped trying to make things work and I started doing things that I enjoyed that I got all the answers. I think that the best way we can get answers to our problems is like to find a hobby, right? Because it's like when you're focusing on something you love to do and you're just focusing on that one thing, it lets you forget about all the stuff that's taking up extra brain space in your head here. And you need that, is what this is saying to me. You need something to stop the hamster from running around in your head here, Leo. I feel you need something to focus on that kind of distracts you, because that's when you're going to get all your answers. The best example I always give for this, Leo, is it's like I've talked to a million people who have gone through a breakup. It's like they go through a breakup and then they start making more money, right? Or they go through a breakup and they are able to pay off all their debt or something like that. And I've had like a million people tell me this story, right? And I'm like, why do you think that is? Because a breakup hurts really bad, right? So when you go through a breakup, your focus is taken from all your money issues, all the other problems you're dealing with, and it's just brought right over to the breakup, right? It's like that's the one thing that you focus on. And so when we go through a breakup, that's the only thing we think about. We think about that person. We think about what we did wrong or whatever. And we totally remove our focus from the financial side of things. So then guess what happens? Then we start making more money. Or then, we solve some sort of other issue that's in our life because we've withdrawn our focus. This to me here is saying that your blockage or blind spot, I don't know if it's really a blockage or a blind spot, but I feel like what you need to do is focus in on something else. Withdraw your focus from something that has been weighing heavily on your mind. And that will set you free. I'm getting a million things here as well. That Five Wands, like I said, I feel like it's saying that you need to go on an adventure as well. I feel like you need to be open to trying new things, but I would definitely say no crazy stories, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading. I put that card down. That was like the first thing that popped into my head. And trust me, I am like number one, the most guilty person of doing this. I'm a Pisces, right? I do this all the time. I tell myself these crazy ass stories that are never coming true. So you're learning from an expert here. That's all I do. And I feel like this is saying don't do that here, Leo. That Six of Cups is a gift from the universe. And the blind spot with the Six of Cups would be not realizing that an obstacle has been removed from your life. Six of Cups can represent an obstacle being removed from your life, something that has been holding you back for a long time. So love it, Leo. I would definitely remove some sort of obstacle here, or I would try again. Six of Cups kind of says try again. You have the Hermit. So yeah, it's time for you to try again. You have learned. I don't think this is love that you're trying again as in a person. I mean, as in a person from the past. I feel like it's a new person. It's just saying try again if this is love. This could also be business or something else that you've been working on. Something that you've been trying to get to grow. Yeah, you have the Knight of Wands. Definitely time to have fun, go on an adventure, be spontaneous is what the Knight of Wands says. And the Ace of Wands, same thing. Follow your passions, follow your bliss. You will be successful. I think too many people stop themselves from being successful. Like on YouTube, for example, it's like some people might look at tarot and might say, oh, tarot is saturated. There's a million tarot readers now. But it's like, what you don't realize is like if you want to do something like tarot or whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter if there's competition because maybe you're meant to do it. It's like if you're meant to do something, it doesn't matter how many people are doing it if you're the one that's meant to do it, right? So again, I kind of get that feeling here where there is something that you are meant to do and it doesn't matter how much competition there is. It doesn't matter how many people are doing it because you are the one that's meant to do it. I kind of feel like there's this like energy as well It's like if you're trying to become successful in work or business or whatever, it's like just look at the successful people that are doing it and then embrace their energy. You know, I'm not saying that you're becoming a different person. I'm just saying that kind of like there is a certain energy that comes with success in any area of life. And if you could embrace that energy, I feel like you'll be very successful. I love this reading for you, Leo, because to me, this is the most important part right here, the Imagine card. This card basically says if you can dream it, you can have it, Leo. There is like a string tied to the moon here, and I feel like your guides want you to know that you can make the impossible possible with this row. You have the 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Blessing in disguise. A 5 plus a 9 to me is a blessing in disguise. Well, actually, it has to be a 5 with the 9 of Swords is a blessing in disguise. So anything that's not working out, I feel, is probably a blessing in disguise. Definitely could be this breakup. It's like you learn something about someone who is very inconsistent. We even see that here, the Moon, 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 5 of Swords. You were always worried about this situation. So if this is a love situation that you're leaving, I feel like you had too many worries about it in the first place, Leo. It's like you were always worrying about this person. You were always worrying about the situation, probably rightfully so as well. But it's like you're moving away from that energy, and I feel like your guides want you to know that. I feel like your guides want you to know that you are healing at this time with the 6 of Swords as well here, Leo. But let's clarify. You have the Queen of Wands, being bold, being assertive, really standing up for yourself now, Leo. I feel like you're in this very bold, assertive energy, knowing what you want, more sure of yourself. You have the 4 Swords, definitely going through healing. I kept getting healing here. I really can't talk about, anything medical on YouTube. But, and again, I wouldn't want to anyway. I feel like if you have a problem, go to the doctor, right? But, I do feel that some of you are going through healing here. And you have the Lovers, moving towards true love. Definitely at a crossroads here, Leo. I feel that you have a choice. And the choice I would pick is to move towards something that has competition, number one. That's definitely standing out to me. There are like a few things. It's kind of weird because I feel like giving you a list right now, Leo. There are a few things I would do if I were you based off this reading. Number one is, the most important thing is get out of your head and do something that you enjoy, right? Find a hobby, find something to do, something that distracts your focus, or something where you can give it a lot of focus, and then pay attention. You're going to get a lot of answers in that time. Number two, I would stop telling yourself stories here. And number three, I would also make sure to try something that maybe has a lot of competition, but it's going to be very successful. Look, you have the Ace of Wands twice here with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands here with the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, so 2 aces, definite yes. The Knight of Pentacles says if you just focus on something, and if you do it, and if you don't get off your path, you will be successful. Knight of Pentacles guarantees success. It might take some time, but you will be successful. Definitely love coming in for you as well. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this video, Leo, if you need time. 1, 2, and 3. I'm also going to answer these all together. But for question number 1, I would say yes. 6 of Pentacles here. I just feel like saying yes. For question number 2, I would say no. 8 of Swords. I feel like this is something you need to release or set yourself free from. And for question number 3, I would say yes. 4 of Pentacles. I feel like there's safety here. I feel like saying yes, but you're not Leo, this is like one of those cards, 4 of Pentacles. It's like, I feel like saying yes for now. So something might change with question number 3. Putting it all together, I feel like some of you need to let go of a situation where you're just not getting anything back. This could be in love, could be in business. 6, it's like you're being breadcrumbed here, just given just enough to keep you interested in something. Could be a job. Maybe you're not getting paid enough in a job, but I would say it's time to set yourself free here, Leo, and that'll be really amazing for you. But this is a really awesome reading. A lot of good stuff coming in for you. Like I said, I feel like you're moving more towards the sun. It's like you're getting out of this moon period here in this reading, Leo. But I love it. So thank you for watching, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Leo, and definitely enjoy your month.